YouTube, what it do is your boy Benji. We back with the crew. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe. We gonna get straight into it, man. If you don't know RG3, Robert Griffin III, he's a former NFL player. He had an illustrious career and is going down as a guy that plenty of people out of his position would aspire to be like. Now, he has been doing work as a sports analyst and has been bouncing around stations, but he's been going viral recently because of a lot of his takes in regards to the women's game, particularly analyzing Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Now, we did have a previous video where we talked about this, but I'm going to get straight to it, man. Out of the blue, look at what this dude posted. All right, this has got to stop. There's no place for racism in this world. Whether you like a player or not, Angel Reese should never be called or depicted as a monkey. And the way I'm going to read this so you guys can see. I have been quiet on the Angel Reese front because she shared a video that aided in my wife, kids, family, and friends receiving threats in GTA, threats of physical harm to my family and friends, and threats of violence to my children on social media and beyond. And if you're trying to understand what he was referencing, again, go back. There was a video a couple weeks ago where we talked about it that started the whole beef between Ryan Clark and RG3. But essentially, it was like this comment here says it was a video that started the Ryan versus RG3 back and forth. He said that RG3 doesn't understand black women because of his surroundings and that he can't possibly know what AR hates, or that AR hates CC, which is facts. Again, he made a post prior to this and a whole video trying to detail why he believes that Angel Reese actually hates Caitlin Clark. Something that he would have no knowledge of. And he's trying to suppose that Angel Reese sharing that video of his former co-worker led to all these dangerous things happening to his family. That will never be okay with me. So again, he's playing the victim before even getting to his point. I have never attacked her or her family when I stated in the back with clear basketball evidence that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. And he's still going with this. Still. It's sports. Everybody won't like each other. People in Angel's inner circle called me and told me that I was right. And Angel Reese has grown to hate Caitlin Clark because of the media always asking her about Caitlin and constantly being compared to her. Angel Reese quickly responded to that saying, lying on this app when everybody know the first and last name of everybody in my circle for clout is nasty work. And then again, like I said, you have a lot of people that are actually truly delusional in the comments. Look at the people in the comments. Do you really believe this is an insane level of narcissism? People only know your name because of Caitlin Clark. No one knows your friends' names, not even your fans. Again, I continue to mention to you all, Angel Reese was ranked number 2 in the ESPNW 100 her senior year. Her high school jersey is retired. Played in Maryland, transferred to LSU, won a national title, led the SEC in scoring and rebounding 2 straight years, and was picked number 7 by the Chicago Sky in the 2024 WNBA draft. She's already made a mark in the WNBA, becoming the fastest player in the league in history to reach 500 points, 500 rebounds. But at the very least, the woman was well known. Bro, you're not that important. Obviously, she's very important. RG3 decided to bring this up as a point out of the blue. Angel, I'm not sure you recognize. 8 out of 10 people dislike you. Why? Honestly, it's not about your game. Is it about her personally? Do you know her personally? Although that is not of pro level. She plays professional basketball. Led the league in rebounds last year. All-star, a rookie season. But she's not a pro. Interesting. It's the way you act. Give that some thought. Do you know how she acts? We would rather have Jeannie Buss. That's kind of crazy. Anyways. It's time to start issuing cease and desist orders and then suing if you need be, Ashel. He's just using you like many others do to make money because the current brand is not profitable. What language is this? Anyways, but for years, Aaron Hoop said she would have been a supporter of Angel Reese. At the very end of the day, you're allowed to critique the things that she does on the basketball end. I mean, of course, my personal commentary is that she's undersized at her position, but she finds a way to make it work. Being undersized and still leading the league in rebounds is a tremendous feat. But as you can see this season, she's getting more opportunity on the perimeter to be able to initiate offense, be able to face up, etc. And that's kind of what she was doing for the majority of her career, specifically if you look at high school. Obviously, a lot of times, a lot of people had to make adjustments because they're given a lot more freedom in high school. But Angel Reese is one of those players who just has that ability in her to be able to play make. And we were starting to see that this season. But again, making personal comments and personal attacks about this woman when you don't really know her, and she hasn't really done much to present herself any other way, it's ludicrous. Like, it'd be one thing if she was, like a lot of these people that are just living absolutely ridiculous lives. I mean, there's probably plenty of NBA guys who off the court have zero sexual discipline in regards to how they carry themselves when it comes to nightclubs or anything they do in their personal time. These guys are continuously in trouble, etc. We saw what just happened with Ben McLemore. Look, throw away the key. But this woman is a businesswoman. She holds herself in pretty high regard. She's allowed to have a little bit of fun. She's still in her young 20s. But this is crazy. Anyways, some people made it about race, but I never did and never will. Instead of becoming the villain in anyone's story, I decided to just not. All that being said, Angel Reese or any black woman should never be depicted as a monkey ever. Stop it. If you hate Angel Reese because she was black, you are the problem. If you hate Angel Reese because you are a Caitlin Clark fan, don't turn it racial. For some strange reason, he screenshotted this post and decided to bring it to his 2.2 million followers. Like, for what reason? And of course, people in the comments were just completely baffled. Lamest dude ever. Why repost it then? You could have said what you needed to say without the graphic. Notice, RG3 didn't mention that Caitlin Clark herself hates Angel Reese. Also, notice the lack of disgust and disdain for Caitlin Clark fans that hate Angel Reese. RG3 in his lineup is consistent. He's going to cape for white women and diminish black women. You're a loser for this. You spend more time spilling your tea than you did condemning the clear hate and racism. Stop playing both sides and stay where you are and where you've been. Exactly. The problem is, and a lot of the conversation has been racially. We saw what Angel Reese comments look like for no reason. Just a glimpse of some of her nice comments. All you're doing is aiding in the nonsense. Instead of addressing the people that are truly have a disdain for Angel Reese because of the color of her skin and try to mask it as if it's some true basketball discourse, you decided to bring this up for no reason again and only highlight a troll. You are an even bigger loser than I thought. If you wanted to denounce the pic, just do that. Instead, you get on here with all the extra BS. You on here contributing to the online hate of the 23-year-old woman, but on Twitter trying to play victim. Get some help. The original tweet has 22 likes, while your resharing has 500,000 in 2 hours. You did it just for clicks. He's sick. Stay on that side. Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark is the only thing you've been screaming about for the last few months. Quotes tell the story of it isn't about Caitlin. This is about your personal hatred for Angel. You're upset because that hand injury didn't ruin her career the same way. Ooh. Uh-oh. You just wanted a reason to post Angel Reese as a chimp. You are a disgrace. Consider your platform and who listens to you when you post. You may think your posts are well-intended or are free of racial tones, but some are not. With that first post that you made, it empowered me to lash out against that young lady. Look at this fool right here. When white folks post monkey pictures and say they represent black people, it's pure projection. RG3, the original post barely had any engagement, but you screen capped it and added a whole rant about racism. Kind of feels like you're fishing for attention. Terrible is crazy. Again, we could make commentary about Angel Reese's efficiency, which is likely due to, again, the fact that she's undersized in her position. But she's rookie. Most rookies are going to be inefficient. Caitlin Clark had a very inefficient early portion to her rookie season. But people are not talking about truly having the basketball discussions. But terrible is crazy. You 100% attacked her. You mocked her by doing the head movements, the voice, and everything when describing her. Ooh. Doing your rant about her hatred for CC. You basically boxed her as the average angry black woman, which is why you got the backlash you got. See, here's the thing, too. We don't know what Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese do in their personal time. They could be hanging out, going getting drinks and everything like that. But it probably does not aid them to do anything publicly together because of the vitriol that's been created amongst the fans. We see how weird a lot of these guys are in regards to how they're harassing WNBA players in public. So now why would they move to do certain things? This is just crazy. RG3 is just ridiculous if I had to make my own commentary about it. Like people said, nobody saw the tweet until RG3 posted it. And again, Angel Reese just announced her signature shoe. And her using 2K was an opportunity for her to announce her signature shoe. But instead, her light was being dimmed because of this dude randomly posting this. I don't know. It makes no sense. And again, some people you just can't help because you can see RG3 decided to continue to triple and double and quadruple down. So he prefaced that tweet by saying, "There's no place for racism in this world. There's a wrong side and a right side. I will stay on the right side of history and support all people." And that's when he dropped this. This is when he again went, "I spoke up in support of Angel Reese against racism, not to start drama. But I won't let anyone twist the truth just because it's inconvenient to them. Instead of trying to check me, just tighten up your circle. They calling me and saying that you hate CC, not the other way around. I have zero interest in being the villain in anyone's story. I just want to have fun, tell the truth, and celebrate sports. But I won't pretend or lie just to protect feelings." So let's think about this for a second. In a post that you tried to call out racism, you decided to include you tripling down on the fact that Angel Reese hates CC in order to, of course, prove your own self right, in order to feed your ego, in order to feed your narrative. While you could have, at the very least, separately made that tweet, but of course you knew that in some sense your tweet, where she was being depicted as a chimp, was going to go viral. So you decided to make sure that you included all that information in one tweet. Side note, I would still call them tweets because it's no longer Twitter. We need more people ready to build bridges between us and not walls to divide us. The only way to find unity is talking through our differences in opinion and life experiences in order to find the best way forward. And of course, Ryan Clark repeated or made his response to that dude. "Desperation will force you to make things up. It's okay to take the L and move on sometimes. Lying just makes it worse."
And so now, though, when RG3 jumps on to the hate train or to the angry train and now follows along with what we saw from Keith Olbermann, what we saw from Dave Portnoy, as they poured on to Angel Reese to make her the villain in Caitlin Clark's heroic or hero story. Right. The one thing we know about RG3 is he's not having conversations at his home about what black women have to endure in this country, about what young black women and athletes like Angel Reese have had to deal with being on the opposite side of Caitlin Clark's rise and ascension into stardom. Now, when you look at it, I think A'ja Wilson is the face of the league. A'ja Wilson is the best player in the league. Caitlin Clark is the most important player in the WNBA. And a ton of her fandom has come along with some racial bias or some racial pieces to why people love her so much. And so now if you're RG3, when is the last time within your household you've had a conversation about what she's dealing with?
At the end of the day, WNBA season is in the midst. There's plenty of basketball to check out. Y'all check out my boy Hefe Allen. He has plenty of great coverage throughout the season. Stay tuned to the next one. Peace.